Phosphor fans, welcome back. I've been wanting to dive into the Intellivision library for some time, and there have been a few technical issues to work out, but I think we're finally here. I think it's finally Burgertime on the Intellivision. This is really one of my... Mattel had the rights to port this to any home console or computer system via its M-Network brand, which is how Burgertime arrived on the Atari 2600. But the Intellivision version, there's just something so smooth about it. And the fact that your character has moves at a pretty good clip really makes this one of my favorite Burgertime ports. Oh, I was trying to not do that, and therefore I did it anyway. Now, you will probably remember, if you are of a certain age, you will probably remember that there was quite an advertising campaign that Mattel Electronics built around Burgertime. And there's a story there. In 1982, I thought I pepper sprayed it. In 1982, Mattel Electronics, trying to deflect some of the criticism, they had yet to deliver the promised peripheral that would turn the Intellivision into a full-fledged computer, which is something they'd been saying would happen since 1979 and hadn't. And that actually got them in trouble with the Federal Trade Commission in the form of an accusation of false advertising. Oops. And one of the things they did to try to take the heat off was introduce a computer system that was absolutely nothing to do with the Intellivision. I'm really not sure how this was supposed to get them off the hook, because this was not the promised peripheral that they had been mentioning since 1979 that would turn the Intellivision into a real live computer. Y'all come on now. Don't be shy. Oh, how did I know? I guess he wasn't on the bun. That other hot dog character. You, my friend, you are on the bun. Oh, I am not on the bun. Oh, I'm dead and I'm out of... Okay, I'm in trouble. Anyway, in an attempt to be able to say for publicity purposes that, yes, Mattel Electronics has put a computer out there, Mattel licensed a kind of a toy computer from an outfit in Hong Kong called Radolphin Electronics. And this hit the market as the Mattel Aquarius computer, or as one of Mattel's own developers described it, a system for the 70s. It was actually, in some ways, less powerful than the Intellivision itself, which is more than a little bit embarrassing. You know, this was the answer to their problem. It wasn't much of an answer. I still don't have any pepper. And now I'm out of chefs. But there are still plenty of hot dogs. My kids will be relieved to hear that. Anyway, let's try it again. It's just too much fun. The problem with Aquarius is it was completely incompatible with the Intellivision software library, so there went any claim to it being a salve to those irritated by the absence of the, at this point, completely mythical Intellivision computer peripheral. And worse yet, a lot of people returned to the Aquarius computers because a fair few of them just flat didn't work. And so the major advertising campaign that had been, Mattel was about to spend millions of dollars advertising the Mattel Aquarius computer on television and in other media. Oh, I forgot. I'm playing a new game. I have pepper. I can shoot them. I can mace them. Or I can just finish my burgers and move on with my life. The advertising money that had been set aside for Aquarius, which, it was already evident was a horrible, horrible market failure, was redirected toward Burgertime, which was kind of an arcade sleeper hit. It was a respectable thing to be making an arcade port of. This wasn't like, Coleco and its library of Exidy games, although that wasn't anything to sneeze at either. That's a bad example. But anyway, these millions of advertising dollars that had been set aside to push the Aquarius on an unsuspecting public was now directed at a much flashier than planned campaign to announce that Intellivision was the home of Burgertime. Come here, Eggy. Die. So, that's the story of why there was such an advertising push for Mattel snagging this game. It was a popular game, so, it wasn't like this was a decision that came out of nowhere and made no sense. It was a decision to reallocate funds that had already been set aside for advertising. Which is also, that promotional push was also the source of the Chef Peter Pepper Burgertime hat that Mr. Intellivision himself, Keith Robinson, was often seen wearing at public events, such as Classic Gaming Expo. If you were very nice and worthy of the honor, he might let you wear it too. I miss Keith, he was a good guy. Work the room. Okay. Who among you delicious hot dogs and eggs wishes to be next on the menu? I don't see the pickle yet. I forget when the pickle shows up in the arcade game. Oh, but you're in a pickle now, my friends. I'm going to say hamburgers will be my downfall. This game makes me a believer in that philosophy. Okay. Wish I could just jump off there and get that thing so I could get more pepper. Oh, I haven't used a whole lot of pepper in this round. In this but I'm probably about to use some now. Or perhaps not. Hot dog, my friends. Hot dog. Pun fully intended. Yeah, now they start making it hard to even get to the burgers without running into the enemies. This is where I start to lose badly at this game. Yeah, hi. Well, how you doing? Apparently resistant to being maced with my kitchen implements. Lovely. Alright. Speaking of pickles, I'm about to be in one. This is a tough level to crack. You have to retrace your steps so many times. I really need the peppers, but I can't get up there and get that right now. But I can finish my burgers. Oh, I still have some really burning questions about the hygiene of this game. There's the pickle! Are you a pickle? Now, that was a song done by the Satan Brothers. Don't look them up, you won't find them. Okay, this is getting interesting. Not interesting enough for me to stay around you lot. I'm going to run for my life. Hey, Pepper. Oh good, now I have one Pepper. I really wish this game was a bit more generous with restocking the player's ammo, but no, 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 no. You went the wrong way. Respectable score there, though, on the Intellivision version. 24,000. That's really not too shabby. So there you have not just Burgertime, but the story of why Burgertime was as heavily advertised as it was. It was because Aquarius sucked.